Alright, so this is my part 2 video to example 1 for lesson 6.5. So we were just solving these equations by factoring. Okay, so this is example 1, check it out, 1b at the bottom of page 438. So we had x to the third minus 2x squared minus 25x plus 50 equal to 0. So we had negative 50 on the other side, we set it to 0. And then because we had 4 terms, we grouped. So we tried to factor out a GCF, that didn't work. So then we set this up into 2 groups. So whenever you have 4 terms, your only other option after you factor out a GCF, if there is one, is to try to factor by grouping. So we put in these parentheses, and then here I factored out a GCF of x squared, and that left me with x minus 2. Then over here, we couldn't have subtraction. Okay, you can't subtract, if you remember, 2 polynomials, so we switched that to addition and then switched all of our signs. We factored out negative 25, and that left us with x minus 2. Okay, so now we're at this step here. We can factor this further. X minus 2 and x minus 2 are common binomial factors. Okay, so we're going to set up 2 parentheses, like so. And then the first set of parentheses, we're going to put our common binomial factor, x minus 2, x minus 2. So we're going to put that here. And then my second set of parentheses, I'm going to put everything that's on the outside of these parentheses. So x squared, negative 25. X squared minus 25 will drop down into my second set of parentheses. And again, this is set to 0. I have to always ask myself, can I factor further? X minus 2 is fully factored. I can't do anything else with that. Okay? But here, x squared minus 25, I want to check to see, I have subtraction, is this a difference of 2 squares or a difference of 2 cubes? Here I have x squared. I can square root x squared, and that gives me x. And I can square root 25, and that gives me 5. So, because this is a difference of 2 squares, I can now set up 2 parentheses, and in these 2 parentheses I'm going to have x plus 5 and x minus 5, again because that is the formula, if you will, for a difference of 2 squares. So now I check again. X minus 2, fully factored. X plus 5, can't do anything with that. And x minus 5. All of these now are fully factored. So then the question is, what are my roots? X, you're going to set each of these to 0. So x minus 2 equals 0. Therefore, x equals what? Positive 2 here. 2 minus 2 gives me 0, right? X plus 5, negative 5 plus 5 will give me 0. So my root's negative 5. And then here, if I replace x with positive 5, 5 minus 5 would give me 0. So x is going to be equal to 5. So my 3 possible solutions here are 2, negative 5, and 5. So I hope this section was helpful. Alright, feel free to watch these 2 videos again if you need a review of factoring and finding the roots to these polynomial equations. Have a wonderful day.